Hello everyone and welcome to Don't Worry It's Only the End of the World panel. Guys, do you want to just go along and introduce yourselves?
I guess we're starting with me, are we? Okay. My name's Aid Foyadeli, and I'm a person who pretends to be other people. Thank you.
Other people?
Yeah. I like that. Other people is where the cheer happened. That's pretty much the story of my life. And in Don't Worry It's Only the End of the World, I play Badger.
Hello, I'm Joe McCarthy, and yeah, again, I just talk a lot of rubbish like Aid does as well, but unlike Aid, I played the character called Owen, and we had a couple of other little silly bits in there as well.
Hello, and I'm Chrissy Gregg.
Hello!
And I've just had deja vu, and it wasn't very nice. But yes, in this, Don't Worry, It's Only the End of the World, the main two characters I play are God and Death.
So not big roles.
Nothing major, nothing to worry about. It comes to us all. God comes to us all.
Didn't realise you were a missionary as well.
He avoids me.
I'm Tom Rees-Williams. I got the joyous role of script editing. Don't Worry It's Only the End of the World, and I also played Andrew.
And hello from back here, my name's Al Shaw. I wrote and also played the narrator in the show. So before we kick off with talking about it, we've just got a quick clip to play you guys. This is from episode 1. No, it's not. It's from episode 6. I've just seen how long the clip from episode 1 is. And in this section, Betty, played by the wonderful Sarah Isles, who couldn't join us today, unfortunately, has just got into a meeting with the Prime Minister to complain about her recycling. However, in order to prove how much trouble that the Prime Minister is having with people who want to help, they are sitting in on a meeting with the Friends of Good Government Committee.
What Vanessa means is that our committee have talked it over and we've decided to donate a minibus. We can take larger groups out foraging.
Ah, Pamela, Stephen, Vanessa, pleasure to see you all again. Please have a seat. This is Betty. She'll be sitting in on our meeting. I hope you don't mind.
Oh, that's no trouble at all. Hello there.
Hello.
So, about your very charitable donations, what we were thinking was to spend it on winter clothing, as we're desperately short
We
on...
want a minibus.
A minibus.
What Vanessa means is that our committee has talked it over and we've decided to donate a minibus. We can take larger groups out foraging, bring more supplies back, and the older citizens can go out and enjoy some lovely day trips.
I love day trips.
See, it's a great idea.
Yes, well, that is certainly a very creative suggestion, and I appreciate that you've all put so much thought into this issue. However, we do already have a wide range of vehicles, and like I said before, winter clothing...
Don't have a minibus.
And you do really need a minibus for a good day trip.
I love day trips.
Like I've said, this is a greatly appreciated gesture. However, you must understand minibuses come with a great deal of attached future costs, like maintenance and fuel. We simply don't have the resources
You don't want a minibus?
Not really, sorry. Now What?
We got a minibus
We wanted a minibus.
for day trips. I love...
Thank you, I think we get the idea. Where exactly do you think you are going to go on this day trip?
I think Devon's lovely this time of year.
Devon was a 6-hour drive before everything broke down. To get there now would be at least a couple of days' drive.
Oh, I like those. They're like a day trip, but double.
Who do you think is going to drive it?
Well, that's not really up to us. We thought that fell under your remit.
And maintain it?
Again, your problem really. We did think we could have our group's name painted across the side.
Any idea who's going to do that?
Not really. But you're the Prime Minister. Surely you can sort that for us.
Sorry, And please don't take offence at this, but just how moronic are you?
Seems a bit offensive to me.
So you've already bought the minibus?
Yes, we traded with the Soho people for it this morning.
Wonderful.
Now see here. Our members bravely gave up their food rations for the week to get that minibus. You could be a tad more grateful.
You haven't eaten for a week! How on earth are you still going?
That's easy. We just ate our own food.
Oh, so you grow your own?
No, we imagined it. Last night I gave everyone a lovely bowl of steaming hot imagined tomato soup.
Mine was stone cold.
I thought it was cauliflower.
I preferred Mindy's imagined apple crumble.
You always prefer Mindy's cooking, don't you?
Yes, it's...
Right!
They're coming
well,
back.
the government thanks you for your continued support through these trying times.
So you'll take the minibus?
Yes, we will. Thank you for your generous donation, and please
Now,
go
yeah,
eat something.
No.
Well,
Well,
switched
she'll
off
only
the
enjoy
moment,
it if
yeah.
Mindy cooks it.
Yeah,
I
go
don't
on,
care
Yeah,
who
yeah,
cooks
this is-
it, as long as it's real.
All of the talking I did in the beginning was.
No problem.
No, it was on.
it's
Thank you.
I turned it off when we put it down.
Goodbye.
Cheerio.
Yeah, so long.
Yeah. So, guys, should we just go down the line and just do sort of a brief sort of overview about your characters and what you liked about them?
Liked.
Or disliked, despised?
Well, the thing I don't like about my character is he's not in that clip. Yeah. So I play a guy called Badger who's a survivalist nut and is convinced that being a badger is correct because it's a scary animal but also cute enough for kids' television.
That must be difficult with the current government, doing it like that.
It's, well, I thank you for bringing that point up because it actually brings insurmountable difficulties along with the very role. But no, I like him because he's very, very stupid but very, very good, which is a combination I've only got half right myself. I can't remember what I was saying because I'm stupid. But yeah, so that's it. You didn't hear him. But honestly, he's the funniest one in the whole show. Over to you, Joe.
Yeah, I'm really not that funny. No, I play a character called Owen, who he was actually in a coma just at the point of the apocalypse after getting hit by a tube train and soiling himself whilst on the platform and being filmed with mobile phones and becoming a huge YouTube sensation. But yeah, has woken up to the apocalypse, no idea what's going on, and his girlfriend as well has become what they call a peeler, which is a version of a zombie. So so she literally keeps him in the dark for the beginning of it because she doesn't want him to see her, and yeah, from that moment that the lights are switched on, his entire world has changed and has got no idea what is going on, whilst others have seemed to have sort of adapted to what's going on.
Well, they died, didn't they?
Yes, and, well, as you know, I played God and Death. It was fun, and Death I loved because I was given freedom to kind of make her something that you wouldn't immediately think of as Death. A sort of, you know, regional accented thing.
Do the accent. Do
Go
the
on,
accent.
give us some
Yeah,
death.
give us some
It's a
death.
little bit of deep.
On holiday, so please don't bother me, sort of thing. And that kind of person, very, very avuncular and kind, and so yeah, not the kind of you know sort of person.
Sort of person you'd meet, kind of.
Yes, your average. Yeah,
Bump into on a
yeah,
street.
yeah. And she had a nickname, Dee Dee. Dee Dee.
That's really scary, that.
Which I suppose, yeah, can be a bit scary because it's a bit like going to a nice looking dentist.
That doesn't exist.
Sorry, I work with dentists. That just tickled me.
And God, well, God is supposed to be omniscient, omnipotent, all the omnis, but I don't think this particular God was. In fact, she got the sack in the play.
Which is based on a true story, so.
It is, yeah.
Well, yes.
You're learning something.
That's what I was going to say.
Fate.
It was the committee. Yes, it's no,
Head of committee.
And of
not
course,
one person
it
above
does
God, but there is a
touch upon
committee.
kind of what's going on now, doesn't it? You know, we've lost
Right now.
of God, haven't we? And
Do you know we're in a church?
No, this is what
Yeah,
I'm
but
trying
he's
to
not.
say. I'm on his or her side, or both of their sides.
This has suddenly gone a different way.
Whose side are you on?
Theology discussion.
I was going to say, it's starting to sound sort of interdimensional now.
Yeah.
Shall we slip over to Andrew?
And moving swiftly on.
I think
Who hasn't been fired? Yeah.
No. Let's slip into Andrew.
That was what I heard. I play Andrew. He's pretty clearly motived, I would say. He has one aim, just to find the man in the most power who can keep him safe, and then just follow them around, pretty much, just fall madly in love with them.
It's your remit. And then we've got two more characters who unfortunately couldn't make it with us today. So we've got Summer, who is, like Owen was saying, Owen's girlfriend, who keeps falling apart.
Nice.
And they sort of take her fingers and use them as lockpicks and things like that. And then we also have Betty, played by Sarah, who is the epitome of middle class, keep calm, carry on. And the whole sort of quest across the wasteland is motivated by her going to complain that her recycling hasn't been taken away. And what hasn't been recycled is the dead remains of her family. 3 stunned people going, no.
Nice.
So she's very stoic throughout the whole thing, and forms a rather nice bond with Badger.
Well, as long as she's got scones, she's okay, isn't she? I mean, that's basically Betty's thing. I think that's what Badger likes about her.
Scones.
I think because did I mention Badger was stupid? Yeah. So I think for him, somebody who seems to have a semblance of order is enough for him to think, all right, I'll put my trust in her. And so, because she's all, have we got scones? Have we got some wine? Okay, let's go. He's like, okay, we can trust her. Whereas other people bring in complicated things like ethics and feelings, and it's just too much for Badger to cope with. I can really relate to the character.
Do you like scones?
No, that's where it all falls apart. Oh. That's where having learnt my craft comes in useful, so that I can pretend that I have a scone-based. I was going to say fetish, but that's
That's really the wrong thing.
that's sending entirely the wrong message, or at least a message I'm not sure you're ready for yet. Not to have closed that door and I bring out the big bag of scones I have with me. But yeah. Someone else want to take over before I really scare these poor people shitless? Because honestly, I've got much more of this stuff to go.
I do love that character just being the constant sort of motherly sort of, and that's where she is most comfortable. So it's not like a sort of character that's sort of forced upon her. But yeah, she's just there to be. She's just there to be lovely, and that's what she is. With a few sort of odd. That's all right. That's fine. No, answer it. Go on.
Put it on speakerphone.
Yeah.
Please.
It didn't even tell me somebody rang.
That's just Siri fucking with you.
Although the technology of your pocket is amazing, because that's TARDIS technology. It's a huge phone.
The smallest
phone
pocket.
looks about as tall as your torso, and yet for some reason you've got a TARDIS shorts on, haven't you? Basically, that's amazing. I'd like TARDIS underpants, but I actually don't need any that are bigger on the inside. It's fine.
Were they designed for an iPhone?
I don't think I've actually seen trousers that are specifically designed around your phone.
Eye trousers.
Fully interactive.
Your eye flies are open.
Pretty seamless. Do you want to do PVC?
Oh, so
Because you can touch them, yeah.
no,
That'd be
I
strange,
reckon, no,
people
there'll be
come up
sort
and
of,
running their hands
there'll be
over
the
your
sort of
trousers.
plastic, the horrible sticky, and as soon as you knock it though, your trousers will crack. Monumentally expensive to replace them.
And it'd be awful when you get home drunk and you can't remember the 4-digit code to unlock your trousers.
Especially if you need a wing.
Yeah.
That's just trouble.
You could be our costume designer.
For the radio show.
Oh,
Did you just suggest a costume designer for a radio play?
I like to envelop.
It's the same as people wearing costumes for sitting around playing D&D.
Instructions for people to appropriately dress their radios.
Oh,
Now!
That's merchandise.
Alfie.
Suddenly
give
this has
man
turned
a
into
job.
Dragon's Den.
Yeah, it's a bit Dragon's Den now. So who's the scary? Well, I guess you have to be the scary looking redhead woman.
Charming.
oh, is that the one with the she looks
Deborah
like, she looks
Francis,
like,
someone.
she just looks like Jessie J's granny.
That's
She really does.
Who? In what? I've lost the
Dragon's
plot.
Den. So have we all, I think. Sorry.
Oh, what's her name?
yeah, the one who
That
That one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her, yeah.
Jay's Fran, yeah.
Oh, she talks like that and all, doesn't she?
She is death.
She
She
is
probably is.
Devere or something.
Oh yeah, that's yeah. There we go. We're getting there.
Oh.
This is turning into a cross between Guess Who and Dragon's Den. What were we meant to be talking about again? So, yes, I mean, do you guys was there anything of, how did you find the recording experience? I mean, we did invade Joe's flat for about 4 days. How did you find that?
Personally, I loved it because I didn't have to get up early and go anywhere. I rolled out. I did 2 of those episodes. I can't remember which 2, but 2 of those I recorded whilst wearing a Batman onesie for the entire day because I had just rolled out of bed. But it was. I personally, I loved the experience because I didn't know what to expect at first, and then just sort of having some of the equipment dropped over a few days beforehand. And then on the first day of recording, just opening the door, strangers walking into the flat, moving all of the furniture and just the mics and pop shields and everything just being set up everywhere, and the kitchen becoming the green room was amazing. And also for having like 4 days of somebody else in my own flat telling me to be quiet was yeah.
The sound travelled really easily from the green room or the kitchen.
Yeah.
So we had to keep running over and going, shh.
With a lot of fun experiences. There's James Mcdonald, who appears in a couple of the episodes as well. During his little break, this is the sort of guy that never switches off. If you just imagine kind of Jack Black with a British accent.
Is he the...
Yeah.
He's that guy.
Who I had a few chilies in my kitchen from ones that I'd grown, and I've got some habaneros in there, and he just kind of, oh yeah, go on, it's going to be fine, we'll have a taste of this. There is a wonderful video of him chewing on one, fade into black, and a 5 minute later popping back up with tears running down his face in a lot of pain. And this is whilst we're all being very serious and recording the radio show.
Did you hear about his audition track? He sent over the audition track for Narrator 2, but sent with it a dubstep remix.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
at all.
I might have to just release that on its
Could you
own.
please include that in some of like the behind the scenes
outtakes.
stuff and outtakes?
Yeah,
That'd be
sure.
great.
Oh my God. Was he aware that he'd done that?
I'd hope so.
Accidental dubstep remix. That's great.
Oh no.
You find it quite easy to recover when like you have outtakes and stuff because I used that act bit and when something hilarious happens and you just get saying that same bit over and over and you just break at the same point. Did you guys have moments like that?
Well, of course, we're all professional actors. So, one must, train to sort of come out of that corpsing mode. Use discipline. Fuck that. No.
Alfie was very good at doing the very quick guys, shut up, we've got to get this done.
I mean, I think to be honest, and I mean, we're all fairly silly people.
Some more sillier than others.
I'm sure I don't know what you mean. But the things we had, what was it? Well, I mean, it was as many days as episodes, wasn't it? Or was just maybe a
So it
bit
was
more?
2 episodes a day we did.
Yeah.
However, we had to go and do a 4th day because we recorded all of episode 4 really quickly, and we were really pleased with the result. And then we got it home, and all of the files were corrupted. So we had to go back and start again.
So I think really there was a kind of an instinct. We weren't that keen on you either. I think there was an instinct.
No, he's left his bag. He's coming back.
On the video.
That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. I can do hilarious apologies as well as hilarious insults. We'll be fine. You can't. I think we're all aware that even if there weren't many corpsing moments, even though it's a very funny script, there weren't many corpsing moments. I think we're all aware that we had to get it done because if we didn't, there'd be no opportunity. And again, as Alfie says, when those files got corrupted, we were delighted to be called back in. Nobody moaned at all or grumbled because we thought, working another day, that's fun. Which is why the darts in the picture of Alfie's face on my wall at home is a coincidence. It's not, there was nothing personal intended. So, yeah. Absolutely, that's it, yeah. So, I don't know. I don't think... There was a lot of laughter, but weirdly enough, not during recording. If there was one time we were absolutely bereft of laughter was when we were actually working, which is why Alfie had to keep going into the green room and telling everyone to shut up, because it's once we're in the green room and relaxing that we'd start making with the yucks.
There was one
incident.
There's a character in episode 3, which is a very small boy called Michael, played fantastically and beautifully by Jane Pothaway. And sort of episode 3 is this on a very base level, a kind of if Game of Thrones was done with lots of children, mixed in with Pokemon. And so there is that was the initial pitch in my mind. I went for it.
No, the reason I giggled is I just combined the 2 words and contracted them, and I made Poker Child, and that's not. That's never going to sound right, is it?
And so we had Jane coming in and doing Michael, and then for reasons you will understand when you listen to the show, we had to do a 1-minute cry track, ending with her going ah. And these two just couldn't stay in the room. We had to do it 3 or 4 times.
We did have to, because bearing in mind what Alfie hasn't mentioned there is Jane is 6 foot tall, blonde, absolutely stunning, beautiful woman, and then she just opened her mouth and this 10-year-old boy just came flowing out. And everybody's jaw hit the floor. It was
his 10-year-old boy's voice.
Manifest the 10-year-old
She wasn't storing him in her cheeks like a hamster.
I don't know if these guys are going to listen to the iTunes when they get home or just call the police. Maybe.
But yeah, there's as you now know, this kind of background.
They actually work for social services.
All you need to know is Michael is in trouble. It was one of the funniest moments.
Child in somebody's mouth. I mean, it does sound a little.
Oh, wait till you hear
That's
it.
why we weren't allowed to do a video version.
I think this interview has turned into a trial.
It has got a little bit
Dragon's Den.
hasn't it?
I noticed only one of you has actually got the ankles exposed. I haven't seen the monitors.
Said Jimmy Savile to the... Oh no, he said...
So it's okay. When we were doing behind the scene stuff, Chrissy made an allegation against a certain famous individual about whom there has been no proof, which we will not repeat here, Chrissy. I think Jimmy Savile, there's enough proof you can probably say that, so we won't need to get the lawyers involved.
So it's like a
Can't
pretend
slander
super
the dead.
injunction.
That's mainly my role. It's just to go, don't say that, don't say that.
No, but for me, I
I've got
will...
a question. Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry, no, carry on.
Okay.
Well, I was going to... because, obviously you created this thing.
Yes.
Why did you do that?
Why?
Well, I mean, it was really a sort of... I really loved The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, as probably quite a lot of people do. And I really wanted to write something in that vein. And at the same time, I was playing a game called Fallout, which people may or may not be familiar with. 3. No. Well, I've got 1 and 2 now. So doing research for the next series. Yes.
Free first.
It was free. I'm sorry. And so I really sort of just loved the world of that, and I sort of thought, well, no one's really done a post-apocalyptic sitcom before. Let's give that a go. And also, coincidentally, I just broken up with a girlfriend who was incredibly sort of paranoid about everything. And I thought, wouldn't it be quite amusing if someone was paranoid because they were a sort of zombie, and the reason they were paranoid is not because, I don't like my toes, or anything sort of stupid like that people say, but they're like, oh no, she's got 2 arms and I've only got half her arm, or something, my arm keeps falling off. So I wrote about 3 pages, and I thought, well, good, excellent, therapy done. Left it for about 8 months, and then thought, actually, I want to finish that. And so
closure.
I wanted. No, it became less about the girlfriend very quickly. And so I just went and wrote it, and we finished it, and then we did a pilot at university, just to get time involved.
Oh, sorry, I'm just falling asleep over here.
And that was interesting.
It
And
was
so we then went
experience.
away and tried again, and then we did a Kickstarter. We got the money, we got all these lovely people involved, and we made it just kind of because we could. And I wanted to write a sitcom, and now I have, and there's probably going to be more.
Really lovely. Have you heard them? Have you downloaded them?
But
I haven't listened to them yet. It's the plan for next week when I can relax.
That's your homework for next week.
Ben actually was a backer here on the Kickstarter. He helped us make it possible. So thank you very
That's
much.
the man you insulted.
Thank you.
Oh,
Chrissy, what did we say about slandering people?
no, I thought that somebody said there was a backer here for Kickstarter, and then I said, that's the man you insulted.
He walked away.
I've got a very good instinct for money. I never insult.
Thank you so much.
So should we just just going down the line? Should we just favourite episodes and why?
It's close. It's very, very close. I would have to say the final episode, because I like that. I mean, obviously, these guys are going to do the decent thing, and they're going to act all kind of objective, and they're not so much concerned with our own characters as they are with the integrity of the entire cast and the production working together. I don't mess around with that shit. I'm totally interested in just me, right? So, in episode 6, Badger, not the star of the show, but clearly the most important character. I like that just when you're ready for that character, and it was fun to play that part, and this was a nice bonus to playing that part, just when you're prepared for the fact that character is just there for yucks and chuckles, some substance comes, and there's actually a bit of an emotional resonance. I don't want to tell you why, because you guys haven't even listened to the show yet. I don't know why you're here. We must look very sexy. I say it's Alfie's waistcoat that's making the magic happen.
I think it's
It's
the
for
boots.
me.
They're just following the boots.
It might be Joe's hair. But certainly it was just nice when you hear it. I felt it was nice to have that emotional thing kick in just before you go, right, season over, there might be a second one. I thought that was kind of smart and very nice, and it gave it a bit of heart for me.
Cool, good, Joe.
I say, well, again for the final episode, purely for as I mentioned with some of the when we were doing some of the interview backstage bits, behind the scenes things. I really like how it ends for this, and how just wondering how Owen's character is going to develop further on, which it has become like a really sort of big curiosity for me actually after sort of playing the role. It's kind of it's a role, and you're going along and it's really enjoying it, but then I suddenly found myself being really quite emotionally involved by the end of it. But other than that, episode 4, is it, Johnny?
Yeah, so Johnny's the madman, yeah.
In which Madman decides to take Gravity and put it on trial for killing his wife after jumping off a bridge. And we have to defend Gravity. And it's genuine. It's one of my favourite ones on there. And it was really good fun to record, even as a kind of straight through recording where it was sort of no sort of big cock ups or anything like that. It was just really, really good fun. because there's lots of scenes with quite a few of the people in there. So it meant that we were actually spending a lot of time together in the front room, actually recording together. And also Johnny, as the Madman, is one of the best sort of special guests throughout the series that we had on there. His Madman character is absolutely phenomenal. And yeah, it was one of my...
I did love in that the pairing of Pietro and Warren as Sir Isaac Newton and the apple that fell on his head.
Yeah,
his apple in particular is a... Pietro just, he comes in and you don't think he's going to be able to do lots and lots of voices, and he's just able to do 1,001 things. He did an apple, he did a barman, he did a Roman hero. He can do pretty much anything. It's really impressive.
I think his apple was one of the best representations of an apple I've ever heard of an audio.
Yes, absolutely. Chrissy, favourite episode?
Well, look, I'll be honest.
We haven't heard any of them.
I can't remember a single one.
I've had a few technical issues with my computer, so I haven't listened to 5 and 6, but I will. I'm not.
There's no I in
being
team,
disingenuous
Chrissy.
here. I loved all of them. I loved doing them all. I loved meeting these guys. I don't even really know them. I just...
That makes it better.
Still don't.
I think I was looking for your laundrette the laundrette downstairs, and I just happened to come upstairs into the recording kind of by accident. It wasn't like that, but it could have been like that. Do you know what I mean? But all of them. Probably for me, because I can remember now that, the old...
Does it take some time these days?
I am really so ancient that even my womb is haunted, Sorry, I nicked that from somebody. Sorry.
What, your womb? You stole your womb?
You're haunted.
Why did you steal a haunted womb?
You should sell it on
I'm a
eBay.
bit...
Yeah, actually,
Sell it on eBay. You put haunted in front of anything on eBay and you make about 50 quid more.
If you put what?
Haunted in front of anything on eBay, you'll make about 50 quid more. Yep.
That's blinding.
Brilliant.
I'm selling my haunted socks.
But yes.
That's amazing.
I loved them all, really.
Excellent. Tom?
Which episode did I like most? I'm gonna say I probably also think that 4 was my favourite because it came out from the off pretty much.
That's true. He was the least
Yeah.
in terms of script editing. It was the one that.
But also it was that that's not to take away from any of the other ones, but it was just a really well written episode. So congratulations on that, I guess. Thanks
very much.
I understood that you say that 6 was your favourite because 6 took
ages to finish. Yeah.
Oh, it did.
6 was just replotting.
Oh no! In terms of writing, not even
Yeah.
recording, there were I think 5 or 6 drafts of that in the end.
Oh right.
All were very different from the last. And a lot of stuff about Badger that was initially going to go in the finale is now been hidden. So there's one Badger revelation, but the second Badger revelation is yet to come.
So stay tuned.
This is why he's being a git as well, because he's not actually telling any of us what he's got planned as well.
That's the worst thing.
Yeah. So yeah, we generally
For all I know, the Badger revelation is he kills me off in episode 1 of the next series.
Or you could be king.
King, I quite fancy that.
Yeah.
That'd be a new twist, wouldn't it?
But we hope you listen to it, and we hope
No,
you love
Queen,
it.
that'd be a new twist.
We came because it sounded good, didn't we?
Oh.
We thought it sounded good.
Can we ask the audience questions? Nice of you to make it, by the way. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, we will.
Can I say my favourite episode? Or?
You're not allowed to have a favourite
What's it
episode.
gonna do to you?
What input have you had in any of this?
Despise. Well, I've got 2. One which is slightly annoying because it's the prequel.
You're pitching a show that these people can't hear.
Yes. So there was a prequel for the Kickstarter backers that was the last one to be written, so I quite enjoyed that. But also 2, which was made by Chrissy as an old age pensioner leading a biker gang of cyclists that all have to if you speak you have to hold this toy rabbit called Toffee. And so then Toffee ends up laying siege to a bar run by the 5th horseman of the apocalypse who got fired for making everyone apathetic. And we had Fraser in as apathy. and he really made that.
Yes, yeah.
Oh,
Fraser
that's
does just completely epitomise apathy with his.
And Phil as the monk as well, and Phil Sheridan as the monk, who has a huge beard. He's got a proper monk's beard, and just came at it with such gusto. He was running on the spot. He was basically running around the room. He was really, really good.
See, I told you it's good to dress the part even though you're doing radio.
I don't
Get you a
think he
black
grew
hood,
that
yeah.
beard over the last 15 years just to play that
His preparation, yeah. So does anyone have any questions for? Are we out of time?
Nearly out of time.
So just
Has anyone got a really quick question?
How about one word from everyone on the panel? One.
Yes.
Okay, you can start that.
No, I've started everything. You go.
Okay.
Director.
Sniper.
Sleepy.
What?
They're fun.
Gonads.
You could
Go
have
on.
been wrong, and that was two just cheering on your friend Nadia from the back.
Cool. Well, thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cheers.